Namaste students. We already completed the third chapter, that is business environment. So we'll move towards the fourth chapter, that is planning. You have studied in the first chapter there are different kinds of functions in the management. The functions are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and also the last one is controlling. So in that, first and foremost function of the management is planning. So what is planning? Planning is basis for all other functions of management. So we need to plan first, then according to this function, rest of the function move with the planning. Now let us see what is the definition of planning. And in this particular chapter, you are going to study what do you mean by planning and what are the features of planning, then why planning is essential or why planning is required for any of the organization, and which are the limitations of planning and which are the different kinds of planning. How we need to set how we need to prepare the plan, what are the procedures or what are the steps we are going to study in this particular chapter. Now let us see one of the definition of planning, which is given by Coons and O'Donnell. Planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do it, and who is to do it. Planning bridges the gap from where we are to where we want to go. It makes it possible for things to occur which would not otherwise happen. So, according to Coons, planning, deciding in advance, we need to decide in advance for the future what to do, how to do, when to do, who is to do it. So, we need to decide in advance for any of the future course of action, how to do this particular action or who is to do it and when to do it and what to do in order to achieve our goals or objectives. So planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do it and who is to do it. Then planning bridges the gap from where we are and where we want to reach. Planning helps us to reach our goals or objectives, what we thought in our mind or what objective or goals we set, it helps us to reach. So planning bridges the gap between where we are now and where we want to reach in the coming future. And it makes it possible for things to occur which would not otherwise happen. It helps us to reach our goal, which is not otherwise, which would not otherwise happen. If we do not plan properly, what we thought in our mind or what objective or what goal we set, it is not able to complete for us if we do not plan properly. So, it makes it possible for things to occur, it makes it possible for us which are the things or which are the events are going to occur in the future. It makes it happen, such kind of events which would not otherwise happen. If we do not plan, it is not able to reach that event or it is not able for us to face that event in the future. So, according to Coons, planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do it and who is to do it. And it bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to reach in the future. And it also makes it possible for the things to occur in the future which would not otherwise happen. Now, I hope you are clear with the definitions of planning. You have some other definition. You can select any of other definition which is easier for us. For your understanding purpose, I have taken this particular definition, which is very simple. Now, we will move towards the features of planning, which are the characteristics or features of planning. What this planning process, what kind of nature or what kind of characteristic this particular process has. So in that first one, planning focuses on achieving objectives. What do you mean by objectives? Objectives are nothing but goals or target what we want to reach in the future or what we want to target or what is our objective. That is nothing but objective. Objectives are nothing but goals or target which we reach, which we want to reach in the future. So planning focuses on achieving objective. Always in an organization when we plan, the main purpose of that planning is to reach the objective achievement of organizational goals. So it is the first and foremost feature of planning is it always focused on to reach the organizational goals or objectives. Planning is mainly we prepare any kind of plan or any of the target or any of the goals. We need to reach them. So for that we need to prepare proper plan. The next one, planning is a primary function of management. That you all know that this is the basis for all other functions of the management. The based on planning function, the rest of the functions like organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, these all functions are based on planning. So these are the basis for rest of the function. So this is the primary function of the management. So if primary functions of the management, if it is set properly, then rest of the functions will move smoothly and efficiently. So always when we plan or when we are in the process of planning, it should go or it should move smoothly. Then rest of the functions which are dependent mainly on planning process or planning function, it will run smoothly. Then third one, planning is pervasive. What do you mean by pervasive? Pervasive is nothing but everywhere. Pervasive is nothing but everywhere. So planning is pervasive. Planning is pervasive in the sense if you take any of the organization, then different levels will be there. That it may be top management or it may be middle level management or it may be bottom level management. We always think the process when we speak about planning, planning is a work of top level management. Yes, it is a work of top level management. Top level management draws planning for whole organization, and there also middle level and lower level management exists in any of the organization. But even middle level management is responsible to plan for the departmental level. Even middle level management is responsible to plan for different departmental level. Which of the department comes under the organization? It might be production department or marketing department or finance department or HR department. So there are different departments exist in the management. So for that departmental level, middle level management will plan. Then lower level or bottom level management, or we call it as operational level management, it plans for the day-to-day working activities of the enterprise. It plans for the day-to-day activities of the enterprise. So we call planning is pervasive. The planning is pervasive is it exists all the levels of management. Planning exists all the levels of management, not only in top level, it also exists in the middle level and also in the operational or lower levels of the management. Middle level management, it takes the responsibility of the different departments, and lower level management, it takes the responsibility of the day-to-day working of the enterprise. And yes, the whole plan for that organization, it draws by the top level management. Whole and sole responsibility of planning process is by the top level management, but middle level and also lower level management, it takes some part in it. So we can say planning is pervasive. Pervasive is nothing but everywhere. The existence of planning is everywhere, means every levels of the management. Next, planning is a continuous process. Planning is a continuous process. What do you mean by continuous process? Actually, we plan for, if we have some of the events, we plan for that particular events. We may plan for a week, or we may plan for a month, or we may plan for a year. After completion of that particular period, one more plan will exist. After completion of that particular period, one more plan will exist. So it's a continuous process. So it's a continuous process. There is no stoppage for the process of planning. If one plan gets over, other plan will get into that particular place. So it's a continuous process. Then planning is futuristic. That is true that we all know that we always prepare for the future. We always prepare for the future. If we set any objective or goals or target, that target we need to achieve in the future. Coming future we need to achieve. It is nothing but where we are and where we want to reach in the future. So it is a futuristic. We need to think planning means we always peep into the future, what may going to happen in the future. We need to assume some conditions. Based on that we will plan in order to reach certain goals or events which we need to meet in the future. So it is a futuristic. Planning is nothing but we peep into the future and we assume certain conditions, and based on that we will plan in order to reach in the future. The next one, planning involves decision making. Decision making is also one of the process which exists in the organization. Plan means we have in front of us, we get so many plans, means so many alternatives we get. But among that alternative, which can be best one for our particular organization, that we need to select. When we select that, we call it as decision making. We have to make a proper decision, in the sense we need to prepare a proper plan, or we need to select one plan among various alternatives. We are having variety of alternatives or variety of plans in front of us, but we need to select any one plan among that. After evaluating each plan, we will get to know which is the best plan for my organization, because I will be knowing my organization better, so I can make a better decision among alternative course of action. Any one course of action I need to select as my plan. So there I have to make a decision. So that we call it as it. Planning also involves the process of decision making, or it also makes the action of decision. Then the last one is planning is a mental exercise. Mental exercise is nothing but we need to think a lot. As I said, planning is we are peeping into the future. Future is unpredictable, or we are living in a dynamic condition which will be changing every now and then. So we can assume something, we cannot be accurate that this only will going to happen in the future. We can assume something, and based on that we can prepare some plan. So it's a mental exercise, means we need to think a lot. Before taking any of the plan, we need to think, or we may have to reach many of the challenges in the future. So we call it as it's a mental exercise. So here altogether 7 features are there. In that first one, planning focuses on achieving objective, means it always based on in order to reach the organizational goals and target. Next one, planning is a primary function, because as you know there are many functions exist in the management, but rest of the functions based on the planning function. So this is the primary functions of the management. Then planning is pervasive, means the existence of plan is everywhere, top level, middle level and lower level of the management. So planning is a pervasive. Planning is continuous process. If a completion of one particular plan, one more plan will come into that particular place. So there is never stoppage or never ending of the process of planning. Planning is futuristic, that we are peeping into the future. What kind of circumstances or conditions may arise in the future, based on that we will plan. So we call it is a futuristic. Planning involves decision making. We need to select one plan among variety of alternatives. So there also the involvement of decision. We need to make one decision. The process of decision making is involved in the process of planning. Last one, planning is a mental exercise. As you know that we are peeping into the future, so we need to think a lot, or we need to take some of the innovative ideas. So it's a mental exercise. It gives exercise to your mind to think, and you need to select the best one among variety of alternatives. So this is about definition and features. Next we'll move on to the importance and limitations of the planning. Now we'll see here what are the importance of planning. We have seen what is planning and which are the features of or characteristics of planning. Now let us move towards the importance of planning. Importance are nothing but significant. Importance we also call it as significant, or also we can say that need. Need, significant or importance. These are one and the same. Need, significant and importance. Means why we require plan. Whether it is essential or whether it is necessary to plan. What are the importance? What are the benefits if we plan? We may get in the organization. Now, in that first one, planning provides direction. I already said that we plan for the purpose target in the future, we need to know how we need to move and what are the things or what are the activities we need to do or we need to conduct in order to reach that target or goal, or which are the resources we require in the organization in order to reach that goal or objective. But in order to reach the goal, we need to know the direction properly. So if we plan properly, we can move it will show us a direction. The planning will work as a guide. It will work as a guide for us in order to reach our target. So if we plan properly, we will be knowing in what direction we have to move, what and all necessary things we need to do, which are the resources, at what quantities we require. So it shows it provides a direction in order to reach the target or goal. It acts as a guiding process. Plan will act as a guiding process so that it will show the direction to move towards the goals or target. The next one, planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. What is that risk of uncertainty? As I said, planning is nothing but we are peeping into the future. Future is uncertain, or we know that we are living in the dynamic conditions. Dynamic is nothing but which will be keeps on changing every now and then. In future, we know that many kinds of events are going to happen, but we cannot change or we cannot eliminate any kinds of events, but we can be prepared to face it, or we can prepare to face that new challenges or events. So planning, it will not eliminate or it will not avoid any kind of future events, but it reduces that risk of uncertain event. It will reduce the risk of uncertain events because we assume that in future we may get this kind of conditions. So based on that, we will prepare some plan. So in one way, we will be prepared to face that uncertain event. We cannot eliminate, but that risk can be reduced. The risk of uncertain event can be reduced if we plan properly. Now at present we face that uncertain situation. We are in a situation of COVID-19 where we are unable to move outside. And there are so many problems. So this situation is uncertain. We did not know that we are going to face this kind of situation. So when this kind of situation comes, if we prepare or if we save something, then we can leave. If we are at home also, we can leave our life, means we can reduce the risk. So if we plan properly, we can reduce the risk. We cannot eliminate that event. The next one, planning reduces the overlapping and wasteful activity. If we plan properly, there wouldn't be any kind of confusion or misunderstanding. It may be between the different department, which department exists in the organization. There many departments are there, that production department, finance department, marketing department, HR department. So if we plan properly, they will be knowing clearly that what kind of work a production department has to carry, what kind of work a marketing department has to carry, or what kind of work a HR department has to carry. So there wouldn't be any kind of confusions or misunderstanding among them. So work will move smoothly or efficiently. But if we do not plan properly, there will be lot of confusion or misunderstanding. Then there may be overlapping of work, because that means two departments can engage in the same kind of activities because they are not clear about what this department has to do and what this department has to do. There may be a overlapping of the work. Overlapping means the work which is already done, once again we are doing the same work, or else two departments are engaged in the same activities. That we call it as overlapping of work and wasteful activities, which is not necessary. Or maybe we may waste lot of resources. We require lot of resources in the organization. We require financial resources. We require human resources. We require machineries. So we require lot of resources in the organization. If we do not plan properly, we may do any of the wasteful activities, or we may waste any of the resources of the organization. So planning is essential in order to avoid overlapping and wasteful of activities. The next one, planning promotes innovative ideas. In a features of planning, we have seen planning is a mental exercise. Mental exercise means we need to think a lot in order to take or in order to make any kind of plan. As I said, we are thinking about future. We are thinking about future, and future is uncertain. We cannot predict the future. So we may have to face many new kind of challenges. And always organization planning is, it relate to the prosperity and growth of the organization. Planning always relate to the prosperity and growth of the organization, and we may have to face many new kinds of challenges in the future. So we have to take their innovative ideas. We have to involve in the process of planning innovative ideas in order to face that new kind of challenges and with respect to growth and prosperity of the organization. So planning promotes the innovative ideas. Then next comes there, planning facilitates decision making. As I said while explaining the features, there is a process of decision making in the process of planning. There is a process of decision making in the process of planning. Decision making is the process where we have in front of us variety of plans or variety of ideas we'll be having in front of us. But we have to analyze each ideas. What are the merits or what are the demerits of this particular idea? What are the merits and demerits of this idea, and what are the merits and demerits of another ideas? So after analyzing all the alternative ideas, we will get to know which idea or which plan suits for my organization. Based on my organization's merits and demerits, which plan among these alternative ideas, I have to choose one best idea for my organization. That is a process of decision making. We make a decision there and we'll select one plan for my organization. Then the last one is planning establishes standards for controlling. What is the process of controlling? Controlling is also one of the management activity. Controlling also one of the functions of management, but it comes at the end. It comes at the end. What do you mean by controlling with respect to management or organization? Controlling is nothing but comparing the actual performance with the standard performance. Controlling is nothing but comparing the actual performance with the standard performance. That means what standards we set in the planning process. After the end of the activities, we will check whether we reach that target or not. That we call it as the process of controlling. How a manager controls the organization. He will check the actual performance of the organization with the standards what he had set in the beginning. Then he will get to know if they reach the target. He will get to know, yes, we reached our goals or target. If the performance is not up to the mark, means we did not reach the target, then we can take necessary action in order to increase the performance. So planning establishes standards for controlling. If a manager need to control the organization, so before that he need to set the standards in the process of planning. If we set standard in the process of planning, he can control after the performance, or he can control that organization by comparing actual performance, what his employees are, what they perform based on what standards he set. So it provides a basis, or it provides a standards for the process of controlling. Planning, it provides a basis, or it sets the standards for the process of controlling. So in the process of controlling, they can check the standards which they set in the planning process, whether our employees or whether our organization it reached or not. For example, if we take during your midterm exam, we give here targets. We provide you people target. If you reach the target, then only you can go for your exit. Then after your performance, means after writing your exam, we correct your paper and we provide marks to you. Based on that marks, we will check that what target we had given in the beginning in order to go for exit, whether you people have reached. Those who have reached, you can go. Those who have not reached your target, you have to stay here. So that is nothing but what target target. If you have reached, yes, you will get your exit. If you do not reach your target, you will not get your exit. Same thing happens in the organization. If they reach their standards, yes, their performance has been increased. If they do not reach their target, their performance is not up to the mark, then manager has to take some necessary actions over there. So, this is about the importance of planning. It provides a direction for the organization, how it has to move. Then, it reduces the risk of uncertainty. As I said, that future is uncertain. If we plan properly, we can reduce that risk, but we cannot eliminate any kind of future event. Then it reduces the overlapping and wasteful activity. If we plan properly, there wouldn't be any kind of confusions or misunderstanding. So there won't be the problem of overlapping and wasteful of activities. And it involves innovative ideas. As I said, we are peeping into the future. We may get new challenges. So in order to face new challenges, our ideas should be innovative one. Then it facilitates decision making among the alternative. When we are having variety of plans in front of us, we need to choose the best one for my organization. Then it provides one, or it sets one target for the employees or the organization in order to reach, so that they can measure the performance of the particular organization. Now, I hope you are clear with the importance. We'll move to the next topic, limitations of planning.